my channel. It is the NBA Finals. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I made the Larry O'Brien NBA Championship Trophy out of cake. Fun thing about this video, it actually was a bet I gave to myself. The bet was that if the Boston Celtics made it to the NBA Finals, I would make a cake inspired by the NBA trophy. They're in the finals, I made the cake. Also, as you can tell, I am rooting for the Celtics, but comment down below who you think is going to be taking home the title this year. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hit the notification button so you're up to date on the newest videos. So, let's put on our chef's coats, and let's get baking.
For this cake, I baked 4 6-inch and 1 6-inch of my chocolate cake recipe. As the cakes were baking and cooling, I began to make the structure. I stacked and taped 3 8-inch and 3 6-inch boards to each other with a circle in the center. Next, I used my glue gun to glue down the measured dowel. Since the basketball is placed off-center on the trophy, I angled the dowel slightly so that it can act as a support to both the cake and the basketball. Once the cakes were baked and cooled, I started carving the cakes. I first carved the 4-inch cake, then gradually carved each of the 6-inch cakes until I was satisfied with the overall shape. Next, since the trophy is not a complete circle, I took a circle cookie cutter and cut out little ovals less than halfway from the middle. Now it was time to stack and ice the cake. I carefully inserted the cakes through the dowel and filled buttercream between each layer. Halfway stacking them, I placed some lollipop sticks and a shaped cake board to help with support. Once all the layers were filled and stacked, I carved the cake one last time to touch up any areas, then dirty iced with a thin layer of buttercream. You can also dirty ice the cake with chocolate ganache instead of buttercream if you would like. I placed the cake in the fridge to firm up, then got started on making the basketball. For the basketball, I made it out of Rice Krispie treats. I used a bowl as a guide and placed plastic wrap inside to prevent any sticky situations. I shaped the outline of the basketball with the Rice Krispie treats and filled in the rest with aluminum foil. That way, the basketball wouldn't be too heavy. With the first half of the basketball, I inserted a dowel in order to get the correct placement for when I add it on top of the cake. I shaped the other half the same way, added some buttercream, and molded the two together. Now it's time to cover everything in fondant. I rolled out the fondant until it was about 1/8 of an inch thick. I covered the cake in 3 sections. One for the back with the curves, one for the rounded front, and one for the top. I made sure to smooth it out with both my hands and with my fondant smoother. I made sure to hide the seams by pressing them together with my hands and applying small amounts of buttercream. To make the detail of the net, I cut out a template and traced it all over the front part of the cake. To cover the basketball, I rolled out another piece of fondant to about 1/8 of an inch thick and covered the whole thing. I trimmed off any unwanted pieces and hit the seams near the hole since it was the bottom of the basketball. Then I took the basketball and traced the lines all around. The last thing to cover in fondant was the cake board platform. I placed some buttercream to make sure the fondant would stick, created a seam, and carefully placed it around the cake. Then I smoothed and trimmed the edges. I made the little piece that sits between the basketball and the trophy, then placed the basketball on top to see how it was coming along. Now it's time to make this trophy shine. But before that, last minute I added a rim border on the top and the bottom of the cake because I saw those details when I saw a model of the trophy while watching the games. Okay, now it's time to make it shine. I placed the cake onto the black board and covered it with parchment paper. Then I watered down gold luster dust and airbrushed the entire cake and platform gold. You can paint it using a brush, but airbrush gave me a smoother finish. After the airbrush was done, I outlined the net detail in silver luster dust to match the new look of the trophy. On the basketball, I painted the lines in silver before attaching it to the structure to help guide my hand when adding it over the gold. I carefully placed the basketball on top of the cake and airbrushed it gold. Finally, I outlined the lines in silver one more time. And that's how I made a cake of the Larry O'Brien trophy for the NBA Finals.
I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hit that notification button so you're up to date on the newest videos. Also, share this video with your friends and family and tell them to subscribe as well. It's totally free to subscribe and we have a lot of fun on this channel. I had an interesting but fun time making this cake. I highly recommend making this cake for anybody who loves the NBA or basketball in general. If you recreate the Larry O'Brien trophy cake or any other desserts I've made on this channel, please DM me at this Instagram account to get an awesome shout out. Hope everyone is staying safe and well. Enjoy your NBA trophy cake and have fun watching the rest of the finals. Bye!